Hallo, herzlich willkommen zur 46. Folge von Suzerain. Wieder ohne Apfel. Heute geht es um die Ownership. Das kann ich wegmachen, das habe ich für ein Thumbnail gebraucht. Ownership Stuff. Shit. Lucian and I arrived at the Ministry of Economy. Assistants took our codes and showed us into the meeting room, where Simon, Edith, Gus, and Michael. Simon, Edith, where's Gus? We're waiting. As soon as I entered, the chatter stopped as they stood up. After a few pleasantries, everyone but Simon took their seats. He opened his briefcase, produced a folder, and proceeded to go over some of the documents. That's Simon. Where's Gus? Greetings everyone, welcome to the... Mein Gott, ich verstehe nicht, warum mein Nasi so gerade... Oh. Welcome to the Ministry of Economy. Without further ado, we are of course here today to discuss our economy shift towards privatization. Michael and Edith exchanged smiles. Mr. President, before you arrived, Michael and Edith were expressing their delight at our decision to go down this path. Wonderful news, I'd say! I'm glad we're staying firmly on the path to the market economy. This was certainly the right decision. It will boost our economy by providing the government much-needed funds right now. We can then use these funds to increase development for the future. It's a win-win situation for sure. I'm glad we're on the same page. Certainly. Sam handed me and everyone else in the room 2 neat stacks of documents. Let's move on to how we can go about implementing a privatization plan. Please turn to page 6. Turn to page 6. The title was Soldier State Corporation. As you can see, the document, the first company up for this discussion is the Soldier State Corporation. The Soldier State Corporation, or SSC for short, has been around for over half a century. Most certainly, they have been handling a wide range of state corporation projects. In the portfolio, they have government buildings, various infrastructure projects, state libraries, embassies, basically anything government related. Privatizing a company like this would certainly increase the government budget. That of course would result in lots of opportunities for us to provide for our citizens. The funds could also be used to boost our popularity, especially with the elections approaching. Not to mention the various other areas in which we can and should spend money. However, there's one catch. The conservative majority in the USP would not like this decision at all. For them, these state companies are part and parcel of Swedish identity. If we privatize these companies entirely and sell too many shares in them, it will have consequences for us in the assembly. What about selling a majority share? This is certainly a very good option. The state would keep some of SSC's operations under control, and the government would have lots of gains. I'm leaning towards this option myself. Retaining control while increasing our budget. I don't see a downside. Minority? It would be better than nothing, but why stop there? A minority stake won't help our government as much. We need it to be decisive. On the other hand, a minority share would create less friction. This would be my preference. Let's move to the next option. Very well, please turn to page 26. Needham Mining Group. It is one of the largest mining corporations in Eastern Macobal, let alone Sordland. They call themselves the leaders of the world in coal. They certainly have enough evidence to back that up. Perhaps they are not as large as SSC, but we still have a lot to gain in Needham Mining Group as privatized. If Needham Mining Group is privatized. I fully support privatization of this company to an extent. Certainly a good option to gain enough capital to end the recession once and for all. I have contacts in Needham. It is one of the most valuable corporations of the last decade. I can vouch for that. I have personal experience with the company myself. It would be a great addition to any portfolio. Fully? It would be very profitable to sell. I know many people who would kill to have a portion of that company. I do think this is a good option. We could simply fully privatize NIDM along with SSC to bring in a large influx of money into the government. Mr. President, I had to repeat myself, but fully privatizing one state-owned company, let alone two, will anger our conservative voter base. All the budgets in the world won't matter if you aren't re-elected. Majority? My preference is selling a majority share of both SSC and NIDM. It would give us most value. I think we should go with this choice. This might still generate a backlash from the Assembly and the general public. We should go for a minority share instead. Coupled with the minority share of SSC, that is the way to go. It would, however, be a lost opportunity. I think we should sell our majority share instead. Definitely not a bad idea at all. Oh god. Sounds good. Let's go over to the document once again then. I read all of Simon's documents once more, then flip to the last page. Wie wär's, wenn wir es so machen? You're about to make changes in the ownership of prominent companies in Scotland. Are you sure about your decisions? Yes. So, this is the path we are taking. I want to thank you, Mr. President. This decision will revitalize our economy. Although I wish we could have proceeded with privatization in a greater capacity, it is a start. Certainly a step in the right direction. Partial privatization will still deal damage to our conservative voter base, but it is nothing we can't handle. I suspect that regardless we will lose the support of some conservatives in the Assembly, but the gains we receive will offset the losses. Make sure those gains happen, as you wish. I will not leave any stones unturned. If you will excuse me, I have to get to work immediately. There is much to be done. Lucian packed up his bag and started making his way to the entrance. That will be it for today then. I know everyone has very busy schedules. Thank you all for coming. Good work everyone, indeed. So mit 3. Following into law, Section 1 enforces that the educational institutions of Scotland will teach the classes except for foreign languages in the official language of the country, unless they are given specific approval by the Ministry of Education. Universities, technical colleges and other schools that provide classes in any language other than Scottish will receive a suspension of... ich würde es nicht machen. Gut, aber dann würde ich sagen, was ist mit der Folge? Lasst doch ein Like und ein Abo da, wenn es euch gefallen hat. Schaut beim nächsten Mal wieder vorbei und tschüss.